And so kind of my thought process, I'm curious to get your take on this, is that, you want to get some level of multiple on the ROI spend. And then I think based on that, I tend to think, if it is producing, a requisite multiple, say 3x or something like that, then it's less about, being a percentage of your overall, like having some rigid, okay, I can only go 10% or something like that. But also in mind, I guess keeping in mind the goals of the business, right? Because if they don't want to scale to and absolutely need it, then they don't need to go up. But I think I've seen people get into this, or I've had this discussion with different law firm owners where they'll say something like, well, we can't, our marketing is capped at 10% or whatever the number is. And it's like, well, I understand, but you're also saying you want to grow and we're showing a good ROI. So doesn't that make sense to keep growing?
Yes and no. So I will push back a little bit on that.
Yeah.
Yes, if that's what they want, but growth for the sake of growth without actually improving profit isn't going to get anybody where they want to go. And I will say, I've had this conversation with clients before that are on that higher end. Let's say 15% of all of that operating is going into their marketing budget. And we are starting to see a reduction in returns with just the shifting market and the way things are panning out this year. So we will then have a conversation of, do we need to keep spending the same amount of money just to sustain? Or can we do some of that diversification? Can we say, train somebody to go be a rainmaker? What does it cost to get somebody trained in networking and making rain and doing those things and having a little bit of diversity? I will also say growth for the sake of growth is just more money, more problems. If you're not actually putting more money back into your pocket at the end of the day, you're just spending more to spend more and make more. And it's like spin cycle. And I want to make sure that the owners are remembering you don't always have to be on a growth trajectory. And also, if you are on a growth trajectory, you need to make sure that it's benefiting you, not just growing for the sake of growing.
Yeah, totally fair.